us try and understand what will be the force if there is a system of charges, that is multiple charges, multiple point charges. If there are multiple number of forces acting on a body, the net force will be the vector sum of individual forces. So let us try and understand now force between multiple charges. So using of course Coulomb's law. So let us consider a number of charges, say 3 charges. To start with, I will take 3 charges. Say there is charge Q1, Q2 and say Q3. Okay. Now Q2 to Q1, the distances are 1, 2. Distance of charge 1 from charge 2. Similarly, Q3 to Q1, I will take it as R13 as the distance. And of course, if you want these two, this distance also you can find out if you want. That is 2 to 3 or 3 to 2 or 2 3 or R32. Now I am trying to find out what is the force on Q1 due to Q2 and Q3. Now due to Q1, of course, assuming that they are all positive charges or identical charges, I will say this is force on 1 due to 2, F1, 2. Now from Q3, again the force is in this manner, F1, 3. Force on 1 due to 3, which is also a vector. Then this is F1, 2, that is F1, 3. Then what will be the net force on Q1? Simple. Just use the parallelogram law of vector addition. So if I consider an imaginary parallelogram here, this becomes the force on charge 1, the net force on Q1. Same way you can just repeat this whole thing with for Q2 also. That is charge Q2, on that force is F21 and F23. Then individual forces you find out like that, and then you get the parallelogram law of addition. And similarly for Q3 also. Let us just find out for Q1 now practically. So what is F13 and F12? The force on charge 1, that is Q1, due to charge Q3, that is F13, is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 by R13 square R13 cap. This is the force. Same way F12, the force on charge 1 due to charge 2, that will also be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12 square R12 cap. So this is the force on 1 due to 2. So two forces are there individually. When you just consider individual effects, then one effect is F12, another effect is F13. Those two forces add up to form F1. So according to basic law of vector addition, because F1, the net force on F1, net force on charge 1, that is F1, is equal to F12 plus F13, which is nothing but F12 and F13. When you look at 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common, and also in this Q1 is also common. That is the charge on which you are finding the force. Then what is left out here? In this 1 by R12 square plus 1 by R13 square. But there are unit vectors. So let me just write the unit vector here. R12 cap plus 1 divided by R13 square R13 cap. This is the net force on charge 1 due to a system of 3 charges, that is Q1, Q2, Q3. That is charge Q1 experiences a force of so much in the presence of charge Q2 and Q3 in the surroundings. So that's the net force. Now, so you must be seeing there are two parts here, two forces. There are three charges but two forces, because one of the charges is experiencing the force and other two charges are exerting the force on the other charge. That's all. So now F1 you found out like this. Now in case if you want, let us say there are multiple number of forces. There are more number of forces now. Then in that case, how do you proceed? Take one more charge if you want here. Say Q4. If you take Q4, then of course there is one more vector here now, R14, right? Distance vector, position vector, or distance between the two. And then this will cause a force which is in this direction, F14, right? Now already these two charges exerted forces F12 and F13. The resultant you already got. With that you get the resultant of the third force. Simple. So this is one force now, this is another force. Get the resultant of these two. That becomes the net force on Q1. Let me just take, there is no space there. Let me just take till here. This is F13 as it is. I will take this as F14. Now there is a resultant of first two forces with the last force now, third force now. I will take a parallelogram of vector addition once again, like this. Then I will get the resultant in this direction, that is F1 resultant, F resultant I will call in this manner. So just go on adding each force at a time, that's all. So first take two forces, two charges, effects of two charges on one charge you take first, and then another charge, effect of another charge, like that number of forces go on increasing. So what differs is just here, if you have Q4, now there is one more part added here, that's all. That is this is Q3, Q2 and Q3 as it is. Q1 common I took, Q3 and Q2, right? So now one more part adds up, that is Q4 by R14 square, that's all, with R14 cap. Simple. So this is the force between multiple charges here. Now how do you extend this equation for n number of charges? So let me just remove this and I will write the final expression here. So the net force on charge F1, say something like this, is equal to, now what is here, Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught as it is. Then this is a summation, this part is repeating itself, only the numbers are changing here, so I'll just put it as a summation now. Or let me write one more step. First Q2 by R12 square, R12 cap, plus Q3 by R13 square, R13 cap, plus Q4 by R14 square, R14 cap, plus etc. up to n times. So what is the nth quantity here? Qn divided by R1n square, R1n cap. So this I will put as a summation here, that is Q1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into summation Q2 divided by, now here I will take it as n square R1n square cap, right? Then what is n here? Or n you take whatever, n varies from 2 to n, or you say you take it as I here, I. So I is equal to starts with what? Say 2, 3, 4 up to n. So starts with 2 up to n. This will become the force on the first charge. So that's the net force on a point charge due to a multiple charge system. So that's the force on a charge due to multiple system of charges. I mean multiple charge system. So in a system of charges, every charge exerts a force on every other charge. So if there are n number of charges, there will be n minus 1 number of forces on each charge. So the result will be the sum of all these n minus 1 forces, and of course that is vectorial sum. So which we have represented as a vector symbol here. So that is the net force. So of course the unit will be newtons, irrespective of whether it is electrostatic force or gravitational force or magnetic force or any kind of force. Force is in newtons. Thank you all very much.